Ah, summertime riding. Warm weather, dry trails, green trees, endless long days. But this is what it's like now. It is almost December, the days are short, the temperature's cold, leaves are down, and riding is quite a bit different than it was back in August. With the leaves and debris building up on the trails, things that would have been easy before can be a little more of a challenge. I find myself falling down quite a bit more. Sometimes, like here, I really can't see this big hole in front of this plank bridge that completely swallows my front tire. Note the mini tripod spilling out of my backpack. To get the bike ready for the nastier riding, I would love to have been able to change out both tires to more winter-based tires, but I don't have that luxury, so I just swapped out the front to the Maxxis Minion DHF, which I think is a good all-around tire that gives me enough traction for the winter. Plus, I added this mud guard, which, as you can see, didn't do a whole lot for the frame, but it did keep mud out of my eyes. Also, dropped the pressure on the tires. Dropped maybe 2 to 4 psi on both the front and back, so can run about 20 psi in the front, maybe 22 in the back. Seems to work well to help with traction. Plus, I'm not going as fast, so the chance of damaging a rim or flatting is a lot less. Bumped up the pressure just a little bit on the fork and the shock, just to compensate for the cooler temperatures. Seems like that was necessary. If you don't, you'll probably just notice maybe a little more squish in your ride. Also changed from a dry lube to a wet lube, and I'm using the WD-40 wet lube. So if the temperature is above 50, I'll pretty much wear a cycling jersey. I've always got gloves, a pair of mountain bike shorts with some padded shorts underneath. I'll wear the knee pads. These are the G form, which I really like, and just a pair of wicking socks like these Swift Wicks. If it's between 40 and 50, I will just add a base layer shirt underneath, and that's usually pretty good. If the temperature is below 40 degrees, between 30 and 40, I'll add, this is a skull cap that I can wear underneath my helmet. I'll probably swap out the breathable jersey for something just like this. It's just a light flannel shirt over the base layer. I'll still keep the gloves and the regular shorts with the knee pads, but I'll probably swap out and just do some nice thick wool socks. And these are, I got these on Amazon. These are the People's socks. I got them originally for hiking and backpacking, but they are awesome. Very thick, and even if your feet sweat, they don't feel wet and cold. If it's going to be below 30 degrees, what I'll probably do is have everything the same, except I'll add one more base layer underneath the long sleeve base layer. And depending on whether I want knee pads for the ride or not, I'll either wear these long riding pants with the knee pads underneath, or I'll just do the long riding pants. These are for road cycling, underneath my mountain bike shorts with the wool socks. For the gear I carry almost all the time, I've got this Quest backpack, which fits my 3-liter Camelback hydration pack. Right now I just carry about usually 2 liters or 1.5 liters, and that depending on the ride. I've got my tools, I've got a tube, pump, food, and other things I need like camera gear. I'll also carry, in the colder time, a buff, which is good for extra warmth around the neck or face if it gets really cold. I'll carry at least one light with me. Sometimes it gets dark earlier than you think, especially up in the mountains, so I've got this aluminum Micro 850, which can mount on my helmet with a GoPro mount. I'll also carry sometimes the Blitzu, which is 350 lumens, which will mount on the bar. I'll carry an extra battery pack for my phone and the lights. I've got this Novara packable wind shirt, which is just a nice extra windproof layer. And I've started using, especially as it's gotten darker in the evenings, these protective eyeglasses, because sometimes it's really hard to see the branches and limbs as you're riding at night. So I guess what I'm saying is just get out and ride. The weather might be cold, the terrain might be challenging, but it's still a great time to ride. And the good thing is, if you ride all winter, when spring comes, you'll be in shape to shred again. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you want to see more content, go ahead and subscribe, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks.